threat that you're facing here, and how will you ensure the security of the corridor?
Well, Indians see CPEC as a game changer for the region, and it is a game changer for the region. It's offering connectivity to the whole region, and with that, Pakistan becomes a connectivity hub for this whole region. And I think this is a game changer in the sense that this project has the ability, the potential to bring prosperity to this whole region by connecting everyone. It's not just a north-south thing. So and for Pakistan, it's basically an economic project, and that's what the project's name also says, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. So the kind of threat that it is facing from the Indians is obviously they've started with the security threats that we are facing. There's a lot of terrorist activity going on around it, and they've also started bringing in some very strange arguments about where it starts from and where it ends, and how Indians are not very comfortable with the project passing through certain territories in Pakistan. So the security threat around the project and different stages of the project, it has actually been increasing with the passage of time. Somewhere Indians decided that there is a timeline beyond which this project becomes irreversible.
Okay.
And they feel that the progress of this project must be retarded as much as possible so that it doesn't cross that timeline, and it can be somehow reversed.
You're saying that Indians fear this project as a game changer, and that it will bring prosperity to the region. So that I can clearly understand this. Are you saying that Indians are against the prosperity of the region? Is that why they're destroying CPEC?
Because if they're not willing to let this project progress, then that's what they're trying to do over here.
The dossier also mentions that there are terrorist camps in Afghanistan. Have you had conversations with the Afghan leadership over this?
We keep having these conversations with the Afghan leadership. There's a proper mechanism about it, and frankly, we've always acknowledged that the Afghan government has capacity issues, because of that, we've never really blamed the Afghan government for what's happening from the Afghan soil. So we keep sharing this information with them, and it's a regular thing. And similarly, the kind of information that we've revealed in this dossier, that has also been shared at the appropriate levels. So and connected to this, since this particular zone is also being used to target the CPEC, what we have done to keep this project secure, we've raised 2 divisions for the security of this project. And other than that, we have about 8 to 9 regular regiments also protecting this, the corridor, the project at various locations from wherever it is passing through. And in addition to that, there are paramilitary troops which are also deployed. So we have taken every possible measure to keep this project secure. And our Chinese partners are also very satisfied with the kind of security measures that we have taken. And what they are really targeting is the international image of Pakistan.
Okay.
When they try and target CPEC. There have been the terrorists who are being used to target this project are continuously targeting the Chinese manpower involved. They try to do that. They are trying to target the labor, the local labor also who are working for this project. So there are a lot of dimensions to the kind of security threat that this project gains. But alhamdulillah, the kind of measures that we have taken, they've not even been able to retard the progress of this project. They've not been able to dent it, and it's progressing more every day.
Okay, I'd like to bring you to the LOC right now. We're seeing high levels of LOC violations by India, also including use of heavy military equipment, which we've never seen happening there before. Diplomats are talking about a new grand design. What are your thoughts?
Well, the design here, to put it simply, is to externalize what's happening inside India. Now, I won't go to what's happening on mainland. The whole world knows about that. Well, as far as Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, India has been continuously trying to tag this indigenous freedom struggle with terrorism. And whatever measures they're trying to take over there, the kind of increase in intensity and lethality of the ceasefire violations, as you see nowadays, it all started from 2014, and I think 2019 and 2020, these 2 years have seen the maximum number of ceasefire violations, and I believe maximum number of casualties also. What they're trying to do here is that, as I said, they're trying to connect this freedom struggle with terrorism, and terrorism they're trying to connect with infiltration, so-called infiltration from Pakistan. We've been taking diplomats, media to the line of control where they've seen it for themselves. There is no way that any kind of infiltration can take place along the line of control, because the kind of counter-infiltration grid that they have, because of the kind of deployment that they have along the line of control. You need to understand, there are about 9 lakh Indian soldiers inside Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and look at the kind of deployment that they have on the line of control. So the complete Pakistan army is about 6 lakh. So 9 lakh people in Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir, soldiers. Local political leadership of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir have also said that if everything is hunky-dory, why do we have, why is it the most militarized region in the world?
Right.
So what they're trying to achieve from these ceasefire violations is that they are trying to divert the attention of the world towards Pakistan. And they are trying to claim that whatever is happening inside Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is because of the infiltration, and it's because of the terrorists coming from this side of the border, whereas it's absolutely false. And we've said a number of times, we have a United Nations military observers group in India and Pakistan. They're always available on Pakistan side. They're going everywhere. They're visiting all the places. The last time I took a group of ambassadors to the line of control, and I informed them that this particular place where they were on that particular day, it was pointed out by none other than the Indian Army's military chief, that it's supposed to be a launch pad where maybe 250 odd individuals are waiting to infiltrate inside India. So it's absolutely propaganda, and the only reason that they're doing it is, one, to externalize their internal issues. Second, they want to, they understand whether they fire on us or whether we fire back, it's the Kashmiris who are being hurt on both sides. So it is also an exercise in trying to draw a wedge between the Pakistani army and the population living along the line of control.
Okay, so there's been an increase in violations along the LOC, as we've just discussed, and we're seeing a rise and surge in terrorist activities here in Pakistan as well. You've just recently given this complete dossier on Indian hands in terrorism in Pakistan. Yet, when Nagrota incident happened, the Indian government and the Indian media still played up that Pakistan must be responsible somehow. What is the pattern that you see emerging?
Well, the pattern is, we've seen this happening before. We've seen this happening before. It's a regular pattern with India. There's nothing new emerging here. They are always looking for some kind of an excuse
right.
to raise the temperatures. False flag operations are a norm with them, and they keep doing that all the time. And usually when they...
Are you suggesting the Nagrota incident was a false flag incident?
What is there? What have they found out? Have they shared anything with the rest of the world? No. This is what I'm trying to say. If whatever is happening inside Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir